YouTube, Dawson Ryder here. Happy Chanelloween week to those that celebrate. In today's video, we are going to be talking about the final lap poster for BoonBoomger, as I think we've talked about all the posters so far, as they give us kind of a fun hint of things to come. This really only has one new exciting bit of information. Everything else just kind of shows the status quo of what we already know is there. But in general, I want to say I really loved the marketing for BoonBoomger. I mean, just the first push for BoonBoomger with the marketing before we got the idea of lap posters was really well done. It really got you hyped for the series. But we kind of like tested the waters for this last year with King Oger having that second half of the series poster, and I really like that, and I hope Sentai keeps that up. I think it's a cool way of generating hype for when we start a new arc to introduce new ideas or villains or cameos or whatever's going to happen. I think that's worked really well, and I think the lap gimmick worked good for BoonBoomger. You know, some people were wondering how many we would get because of like how many function in races, and I think the only thing I know about that is I think there's 3 laps in Mario Kart, but it's been a minute since I played Mario Kart. But 4 laps always made sense to me just based on how long the other laps were, how long we usually know a Sentai series is, and it just made sense in general to like section off the series in 4 sections. I said the word section so many times just then, but yeah. Final poster here. Most of the stuff is things we already know. I mean, lap 3 teased the jacket power-up with red, but we just have a nice shot of everybody but Sakito, who doesn't get a power-up. I know, like, I guess it doesn't make sense for him to get one because his mecha isn't part of it, but it does seem like how much would it have cost you to get him a jacket? Like, it doesn't seem like it's like a, you know, red battle warrior or battleizer that would cost. It's just another jacket, just like put a little purple on it, it's fine. Anyway, regardless, I like those jackets way more than I thought I would, and they look really cool on the poster. You know, we have a little teaser in the background of the villain we've been introducing for the final boss, which I think is going to be really great. I'm excited for that. I think that he has a decent imposing presence, and I'm hoping it's going to make Lap 4 feel a little bit more, I don't want to say traditional, but feel like it has a more traditional threat rather than that. One thing I don't like about BoonBoomger and just a lot of Sentai is when they have those roaming villains that literally feel like homeless villains that roam from warehouse to warehouse. It just makes their threat feel so much smaller. So I'm excited for a possible bigger feeling threat. But you're probably waiting for the elephant in the room, the main thing about this poster, which is the Gokaiger flag, which tells us immediately we're going to be getting a Reverse Flash cameo. No, but it teases a Gokaiger cameo. We obviously don't know from this poster who it is. I've seen some sort of discussions about who it might be in like rumors. I've kind of tried to stay away from it because I'm kind of just wanting to be surprised, I guess. It's like a combination of apathy where I'm like, I'm not hunting it down because I'm not about the Toku crossovers, but also I'm like, I'd rather just be surprised whenever we see like a promo picture or in the show or something. I didn't feel the need to hunt it down. But this does also like kind of show something, which is the reason for the other cameos was assumed back when we first heard about them, you know, Tokuger and Goanger, was assumed because it was vehicle-based. I think there was some anniversaries, you know. I can't keep track of all the anniversaries. People are like, we have to celebrate the anniversary of the first time the Duogers ate pudding next year. What are we gonna do? I have a hard time keeping track of it. We celebrate like every minuscule anniversary, but it was assumed like, okay, they had an anniversary like Kyoryuger, they're vehicle-based or whatever. Then I just remember all the heat I got for not putting Tokuger on my vehicle Sentai ranking. It just didn't feel right at the time because they're like trains and everything else I was ranking was car-based. It just, I don't know, it's like someone saying, rank these hamburgers and a chicken sandwich. It's like, they're kind of the same thing, but not. Like, I don't know. That was maybe a bad example, but regardless, is Gokaiger Vehicle Sentai? No, they're Oz's final form. They do have vehicle-based, like, almost said cars. They have vehicle-based cars. I'm a genius. You know what I mean? They have vehicle-based mecha. But this does prove that this necessarily wasn't about, I mean, I'm sure it was kind of tangentially like, yeah, Vehicle Sentai or whatever, but this is more about them promoting their new mecha line, which is effectively Zord Builder, but won't take any heat because it's Sentai. And that makes a lot of sense. It's just kind of funny to think about that because most of the attention was on like, oh, it's probably because it's a vehicle Sentai, but no, it's just to celebrate this new line, which is fine. You know, you guys know it's not my thing. I wish they would cool it on it just because way back, Dawson, before this like beat me down, was excited for stuff like this, but we do it all the time where it's like, I feel like the kid that's being force-fed the chocolate cake by Trunch Bowl every year. It's just, I'm tired of it, but I kind of just have to accept it. And honestly, it hasn't gotten in the way of I almost said Tokuger, of BoonBoomger. Like, it hasn't been that intrusive. I will say that I wish they were all as well integrated as last year. Not in the sense that I want a Sentai or two to show up every season and be super integrated into the lore, but it was just so well done last year that it just kind of makes these feel more like classic, just kind of, oh, this is kind of a random thing happening. But they haven't really ruined any momentum, so I'm hoping the same thing happens here. You know, happy for those that are excited about it, but we'll just kind of see how it plays out. But I am excited for the last lap of BoonBoomger because I really have been enjoying the show. Not as much as King Odger for sure, but it's been a pleasant surprise how much I've enjoyed it overall, and especially this last lap has been really good. And if they can maintain anything close to the momentum we've had for this lap, I think it'll be an enjoyable final run. But what do you think? Are you excited for the final lap? Are you excited for a Gokaiger cameo? Who do you hope the Gokaiger cameo is? There's probably some of you that might know who it is, but even if you do, like, who would your ideal cameo be? Anyways, until next time, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and climb the steps and ring that bell to get notifications for all my videos. Dawson Ryder, signing out.